Continuing this amazing road trip through Montana, classic buildings and a giant moose. Much to see. Come along and join our adventure in Dillon, Montana. Welcome everyone to Weekend Escapades. It is the evening, getting late, and we are right here in Dillon, Montana. This is where we've been staying for the last few days while we're filming some of the Montana area. And right here in Dillon is just as interesting as any other place. This is one old town, and this is the old depot, Union Pacific, Dillon, Montana. We're here a little bit late because we've been on the road. They've got a pretty nice looking old sheep wagon here. See it there? And the sheep herder's wagon, of course, was one that they basically lived in. They had a bed when they stayed out with the sheep, and a little place to cook on the inside. Might be able to see some of that. And the bed, storage. They usually had like a little wood stove inside to keep them warm. That's in really good shape, the old wagon. Now, Dillon was created September 13th, 1880, when a group of businessmen purchased a 480-acre ranch. It wasn't incorporated until 1884, and at that time, named for the railroad's president, Sidney Dillon. It was selected in part owing its proximity to gold mines in the area, such as Bannock Ghost Town, Nevada City, and Virginia City, which were all known for their gold. You can see it looks like they've let people brand their names in the walkway all the way around. So up and down here, names everywhere. These are old water troughs made out of logs. Right in front of this log cabin style building, which is part of the museum. And everything here is done on old boardwalks like you would in an old west town. Got a huge old fountain here. Looks like it had water that used to run out of it right there, but they've turned that into a drinking fountain. And then around the front, it also had a lion's head that had water that ran out of it. You can see there. But now they've planted it with flowers. Hamilton Free Public Drinking Fountain. That's what that was. And it looks like they've saved it, but it doesn't look like the water runs out of there anymore. But that originally was a free public drinking fountain. This is the Dinkley building, built in 1888. Very ornate. It looks like maybe there's some people that live up on top in apartments. Down below there's some restaurants and some little stores. Now this is Hotel Metlen. This is a haunted hotel. The Metlen was built in 1897 by J.C. Metlen. Now he was from a prominent pioneer ranching family here in Dillon. Now they say this hotel's haunted as furniture gets moved, doors get opened and closed, and they lock and unlock. And they think it's from cowboy customers from the past that still wander the halls. They say they're cowboys because they can hear the boots walking on the old hardwood floors. And there it is, the like, subscribe, and turn on notification bells. Because if you find yourself coming back to the channel and you're not subscribed, well, subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing. And the notification bell right there is going to let you know when we put up new videos. What started as a 465-acre ranch soon became a central railroading hub for the 1880s mining boom in southwest Montana. Dillon, being rich in history, sits now as a small, quaint little town. The African Oasis Coffee Shop. Take a look in here. Look what's in the window. Crocodile, alligator. but a tremendous amount of African style animals. The whole inside of this coffee shop is done that way. There's a zebra over here. And look at that. It looks like Pumbaa from the Lion King. Right in the window. This has never been open when we've been here. I wish it was, but we miss it every time. African Oasis, coffee and tea. The safari experience. Now this was the implement building right here where the African Oasis is. It was built in 1902, and the implement company, this is the second location for them. And you can see it's very ornate, beautiful style. So Dillon is full of old buildings and things to see. Like a tremendous amount of towns in Montana, they are well preserved. And this is the bookstore, as you can see. It doesn't say what this used to be as far as an old shop, but you can see there it had a place for the sign. And they call it the bookstore. It's got a couple of owls up top. Very beautiful window design. Nice to see these taken care of. They've really preserved and are doing a really good job of preserving this town. Now we're just kind of cruising around there. No traffic. We're just kind of filming the buildings and showing you what Dillon looks like. Right now, couldn't even tell you what street we're on. And it didn't seem to matter what street we were on because there was no traffic in Dillon. Now, there was a few bars on the main street over by the museum where we started that had quite a bit of music, and people seemed to be having a good time. Now, Dillon was surrounded by mining communities, but eventually the gold dried up. And when it did, Dillon was perfect for cattle, ranching, and had an amazing train depot. And that's what turned Dillon into the ranching industry that it was known for. It was grown back in 1865. The Beaverhead Valley was rich with these grasslands, and Dillon slowly became the center of the industry. And the town became the primary exporter of local wool and talc, which is still being mined in the nearby region. I don't know if you can see it behind me. It looks like somebody got in trouble in Dillon right there. We got the rollers behind us. But more importantly, that's a giant moose. Now, while we were walking around these side streets, I don't think a car drove by. We're here in Dillon, Montana, just sharing some sights with you and some of the old buildings. And we've been on a road trip around Montana, sharing the ghost towns with you and some historic spots. And I guess right now it is goodbye from Weekend Escapades and Montana. And we'll see you in the next one. Giant moose. Gotta go.